Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it's going to be a little bit of a story time, as in my previous video I talked about all of the different countries that I visited in the world. Well, that's what you thought, but there is in fact one other country that I did not mention in this video, and that's because it is far too small to fit on my scratch map. So, any guess of the country I'm talking about? It's in fact the Vatican City, which is the smallest country in the whole world, and it's located entirely within the city of Rome. It was over my school holiday summer in 2018. I was lucky enough to go to Rome for the day. So so incredibly early in the morning, about 5 or some stupid time like that, we had to get on a coach for nearly 5 hours to get into Rome itself, and it was such a long journey, but it was alright because when we arrived we went and saw the Trevi Fountain, we saw the Colosseum, all of the incredible sights of Rome, and then we decided we had a few hours left, so whilst we was there we was going to go and visit the Vatican City, because it's quite a cool claim to say you've been to the smallest country in the world. But when we arrived on the southern end of the country to get into the, well, to attempt to get into St. Peter's Basilica and the museum, there was a notice which, well, we kind of ignored, to be honest. It was saying about various days the country was closed. It was like, oh well, it's not going to be closed today. They can't close the entire country. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Well, apparently they can. The entire country had closed for the day. There was a wall which must have been, I don't know, 10 metres high the whole way around the southern side of the country. It takes about 45 minutes or so to walk around the whole country. And the whole way around, all of the gates were shut. There were guards the whole way around. We really just wanted to cross the line to say that we'd been into the country, but they weren't having any of that, as it was completely closed. So we were quite gutted, considering we'd come all this way and we couldn't even get into the Vatican City. But as we was walking around, it turns out that if the Basilica and the museum and all of the other buildings are closed to visitors, you can still actually get into the Vatican City. Now, I've checked this on Google Maps and various other sources to check the boundaries. And technically, if you walk in through the eastern side of Rome into St. Peter's Square, and you can look at the Basilica, you're not allowed to go in it because the country is closed, but you can stand around with all of the columns around you. Technically, you can still be in the Vatican City. So that's how we technically broke in to the Vatican City, albeit there were thousands of other people there. So it definitely wasn't in today's times what was social distancing, because it was so busy, and especially because all the tourists who'd come for the day, who'd normally be inside the museum or the basilica, were all squished into the, albeit still huge, but the square outside. So that was my experience of being in the smallest country in the world. I couldn't actually scratch it off my scratch map when I got home, as it was way too small to feature on there. But there's another tiny country within Italy, San Marino. So I really love to go and visit that country, because I think it's just fascinating that countries can be so incredibly tiny and still have their own rights of being a country. I think it's crazy. But yeah, that was my story time of how we managed to get into a country when it was completely closed. So I'm really looking forward to putting more videos out on this channel. So if you're enjoying the content so far, please do like this video. Maybe comment down below of the smallest country that you've ever been to, or maybe a time that you've got to a border and it has been closed, because I've had similar experiences when we were trying to get into Gibraltar, and we only just got out before the security guards came and locked everyone else in the country. So it seems like these things are quite common on my adventures. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this, please do like, comment down below and subscribe for more content from me. See you next time.